Well, today is going to be a different type of video. Let's talk about some reflections of the year. Obviously, when this video goes up, it is going to be the 3rd of January. Hopefully, the new year is treating you guys well. Right now it is 10 a.m. Just woke up. I know, kind of late, but I overslept. That's how we do things around here, I guess. It is New Year's Eve. So let's talk about some reflections of the year. Let's talk about starting this YouTube channel. Well, I started this YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure 6 months ago, so it's been about a half a year, almost on the dot. Keep in mind, this is rough timelines we're talking about here. But right now, I have 22 videos made. My highest view video has a grand total of 4 views. That is a lot, in my opinion. But hey, at least I'm getting this content out, right? It's content to a degree, but at least I am challenging myself posting something every day, right? So yeah, starting this YouTube channel. The reason why I did it is because I wanted to get my voice out there, obviously, and you know, have my own opinions and do stuff. I also wanted to provide a new perspective. Um, I'm still learning. Keep in mind, I'm learning how to actually be on time with posting YouTube videos where I've been late before, been a day late, right? And plus, uploading videos on YouTube takes a while. So yeah. But let's move on to the second topic. The ups and downs of doing this YouTube channel. The growth. It's been a small, steady growth. I've gone from, I've been averaging 1 view on my video to now around 2 viewers, maybe 3, maybe 4. So steady growth. Right now I have 2 subscribers. I have no idea who those people are, and whoever you are, hey, appreciate it. But I'm just waiting for the algorithm to hook one of my videos and send it out there, right? That's what we all hope for as people who post content, right? But I'm trying to, refine my craft, refine how I do these videos, because right now I do these videos in one take. Now, obviously, some of them can be good, some of them can be bad, but I'm trying to get to the point where I'm cutting audio out, making it a good, like version in one take. So that's my goal for the new year, I guess. But yeah, that's enough about YouTube. Let's talk about social media platforms. That's another reflection I want to get across. Um, I've noticed this year that these social media platforms, more than ever, are filled with get your life together content. Now, what does that mean? Well, to me, it means motivational, 75 days hard, if you heard of that, or, uh, couch the marathon, right? You train to run a marathon. And obviously, those are good things. Those challenge you. Um, but I feel like in reality, for me, deep down, most people know what they need to do, right? Because they watch so much content on YouTube, or Instagram or TikTok that they have an idea of what they need to do. They just need to put their head down and do it, right? I feel like they're just looking for an escape not to do it or an excuse not to do it. So my reflection on that is I need to put my head down and just get the work done, right? You just need to start now, right? The second best time to start something is now. The first best time was to start something is in the past, right? I think that's how the saying goes. I might be wrong there, but yeah. I don't know. I came to this conclusion probably around this latter half of the year. Probably around October, November, around that time, right? So, yeah. Another thing is how I came to the realization that being bored and daydreaming can actually have some good ideas. Now, the reason why is because pretty much every one of these topics I was thinking about in my head, either when I'm doing something, when I'm outside, maybe when I'm in town, or maybe when I'm at the gym. And I was bored. I didn't have any music on, no nothing. This is at the gym, of course. No music, no nothing. I was just thinking. And, sometimes I would come to my room, sit down, and just think. Um, or in other words, being bored in a sense. I feel like the term is thrown around a lot. When you are bored or when you have nothing to do, I feel like that can help you out because you start to think you're alone with your own thoughts and you start to categorize the stuff in your head, right? And that's good for you. This also can lead to daydreaming, right? I know some of you out there might still daydream. All of us daydream. Let's just say that. All of us daydream to an extent, right? Let's say daydream about having that car, having that the money, having the land, having the house, having this, that, living here, living there, right? And those ideas can be your goals, right? And, for me, I daydreamed before, obviously, and I've written down these daydreams, and underneath them, I talk about what step can I do every day to get to them, right? I boil it down to the simplest of things, like waking up, making my bed, getting a healthy breakfast, and like the simplest of things. Because no matter what, every day I'll be progressing towards a goal, right? So if you have a goal, my my reflection or my I guess my tip would be to write it down. That always helps, either paper or I write it down on my notepad on my computer because I don't want to write, because I don't like writing. But I suggest write it down and beneath it, do a bullet point, write the goal. Underneath it, do a little, I don't know what you call it, do a little note, extra note, I guess, and break it down, break the goal down into what you need to do, right? For example, let's talk about buying a car. First, figure out what car you want to buy, figure out what all the things, right? How much it's going to cost, maintenance, all that fun jazz, right? And after that, right below it, how much money you want to make it comfortably, or how much money you want to save, right? Put down a down payment. And so you do that, and then you break it down to simple steps, right? You break it down. If you don't have a job, get a job. If you're not making enough money, try to side hustle, try any hustle that you can, or a side business or something, right? It can't hurt to try, right? Because at the worst, you fail. You know, I feel like failing nowadays is spread is talked about and how failing is good for you and you learn from it. That's true. That's very good. But still, subconsciously, we are afraid to fail and are afraid to be judged by our own, I guess, parents, family members, friends, right? Um, I'll tell you this. This is what I've kind of come to. I still, obviously fear failing, because I'm afraid I'm going to be judged, but I'm coming to the conclusion that, um, at the end of the day, it's not going to matter, right? Because when you grow up, when you get old, all the old people that I've talked to, they said, don't live with regrets and don't live with fear. Don't stop being afraid of the little things, right? So if you're someone out there struggling with, let's say, social anxiety, having this conversation, having the tough conversation, um, doing the things that you want to do that your family members might look down upon, um, I say to you, do it. Because the worst that can happen is you failing. Now, obviously, if your family kicks you out for something, then I would say keep going. Whatever makes you happy, do it. Whatever makes you happy and at peace, do it. All right, that's my realization about boredom and daydreaming. Little rant there. I'm gonna finish off with this. Doing some things in your life are easier and simpler than you think it is. Now, obviously, at the surface, some of you might agree, but some of you might disagree, and that's okay. The the disagreement I can see people about this line is that, let's say I want to go into medical school or become a math major, have a PhD in this. Obviously, those are harder, right? But when you go to them, they break it down. The colleges break it down to, classes, steps you have to take. And obviously, in those steps, they can be hard. But you can break them down even more, right? By studying every day, by doing anything. All I'm saying is that you can break stuff down to the simplest of things and do it every day. Obviously, I need to take my own advice here and do it because I don't do that. But that's kind of a realization I've had in my head, right? And plus, whenever let's say this, the other day I was going to go to this friend's event, right? And I had to bring food or I had to make something. It was like a Thanksgiving thing. This was a month ago. It was months ago. Felt like months ago. I had to go to a Thanksgiving event, right? And I had to bring something. Well, I'm not really the biggest cook, but I did it. I cooked a treat. It's like caramel popcorn, something like that. I forget the name. But it was actually pretty easy. It's pretty simple. Um, and for me, that wasn't the hard part. The hard part was me going there. because sometimes I'm a little social, anxious, I have a little anxiety, right? We all get it sometimes. Um, and I realized I told myself in the car on the way there, whatever happens, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be living, right? At the end of this, you're gonna be all right. And it turns out when I walked through the door, I was fine. I fell right into my place. I started talking. I was fine. So at that moment, I was like, huh, why am I hyping this up to be such a big deal? Because I don't need to. I don't know, maybe it's because my brain wants to escape and doesn't want to be there. Maybe it's afraid of this. And in that moment, I was like, maybe I need to start doing stuff that challenges me, right? Going to events that challenge me to speak out and talk. So this is why, hence I'm doing this channel, is because once I post this, it is on the internet forever. I have to be okay with that. Obviously, some of you, if you watch my past videos, are going to disagree with my content. That's okay. Um, I don't mean to start any hate or any drama from this content. This content is simply my ideas being posted on the internet. Now, if you have disagreements with my videos, don't watch them, right? Um, there's always someone like me on the internet, right? You have the people, the YouTube channel, The Weekly Slap. They do this, they talk about life. That's all I can think of right now. But there's millions of others, creators like me, posting their ideas and their thoughts on the internet. And it's good. It's basically a journal. So, in conclusion, reflections. I want to challenge you to go out there and reflect on your own. Reflect on the year, reflect what you did good, what you did bad, and reflect on where you can go. My biggest takeaway is that you can always break something down into simple steps, very basic, simple steps. And I'm going to use that one because, as like for a challenge, right? I feel like it's easier to take a small step than a big step, right? So that's kind of my reflections for the year. Anyways, I hope every single one of you have a good evening, good afternoon, and good morning and good night. I hope every single one of you had a good New Year's, and yeah, I hope every single one of you can find peace in your lifetime.